Okay. Hi, my name is Natasha and this is Adam. He's going to be my student today. Adam, are you happy to participate in this video evidence?
Yep.
Okay, so let's get started. So let's start with your workstation. It's very important to make sure that you're sitting comfortably. So having a chair that you can rise and lower and your backrest is comfortable and your feet firmly flat against the ground. So let's open up your computer. Okay. So your screen should be positioned in a comfortable way, ensuring that your screen is eye level, so you can tilt that back and forth to meet. Yep. And how does that feel?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay, so another important thing to remember is the positioning of your keyboard to the edge of the table, so it should be approximately 10 centimetres. So if you want to move that so that you're comfortable, you can still easily reach the keyboard. Yep.
Yeah.
And your mouse should be an easy distance, so you should be able to glide from the keyboard to the mouse.
Okay.
Beautiful. Any questions?
Not yet.
Okay, so generally your computer will, to power, you've got the power button, normally up the top left hand corner, but your computer's already started itself from sleep mode, so that's nice and easy for you. So what we'll do is we'll go and log in. So to access the login, we just click the space bar. Yeah, and that brings you to your password. So you were supplied a password from your questionnaire. Do you still have that?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. And the capitals matter with this?
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
So, yep.
Okay.
Oh, perfect. Yep, so you just hit enter and that logs into your main screen. Beautiful. Okay, so while we've got you logged into your screen, let's talk about your keyboard and your mouse. Whereas you did do a good job on the keyboard, so you have used the computer before. A little bit of experience. Okay, so
Typewriters.
so we'll refer to your user guide, which has got a guide on your general keyboard. So your keyboard is slightly different, whereas you've got numbers, you've got your extra keypad here, but your numbers are along the top of your keyboard. So some of the most important keys are your enter key, your backspace, delete, your caps lock, control and tab. Your main keys to think about. And then you've got your, obviously, your standard letter keys. Yep.
Yep. For typing.
For typing, yes.
Cool.
Okay, and then we've got your mouse as well, which you've got another diagram in your user guide so that you can use this as a reference, these documents you will be left with. So, of course, we've got your mouse, and you've got your main three parts to your mouse. So you've got your primary button, your scroll wheel, which is in the center of your mouse, and your secondary button.
Cool. So what does the secondary button do?
So put your hands on your mouse now as you're nice and comfortable, yep. And if you click your secondary button, yep, this brings up a menu. So this comes particularly handy, and I can also show you how it will benefit when using Word, which we did discuss that. The main things you'll be learning today is making sure you've got Microsoft Word down pat. And then you've got your scroll wheel, which is particularly handy when you're scrolling down a long document, so you can go up and down with ease. And your primary button, which is to click on things. You'll be able to open here and there, and I'll show you. Yeah, and I'll show you how to open up Word. Okay. So, right now this is your basic layout, your basic desktop layout. You've got everything nice and laid out for you. The things that we need to know here is that your menu button.
Just click on it?
Yep. So this will open up all your programs. It's nice and easy on this computer because depending on what you want, all you have to do is type it.
It's like a collage.
Nice and easy to use for you.
So, do I need to click on anything or just type?
Nope, just need to type.
What am I typing?
So we're going to type Microsoft Word. So there we go. So what it does is it brings up a list of programs and you can see Word is just there. So using your mouse, go over and double click with your primary button. Yep, there we go. So this is loading Microsoft Word for you. Beautiful. So this is the startup screen for Microsoft Word.
Okay, this is as big as it gets.
Now we can make it bigger, so what we've got just along here in your top right corner is, yep, not the X, because that will close the program, but that one
This
right
one?
there, yep. So that'll maximise your screen. Bring it to
Oh,
full, yep.
easier on my eyes.
Okay, so let's start with opening a blank document. So,
This one?
so same as what you did before, bring your mouse over. Beautiful. Okay. So we'll just give it a second. Alright. So what we're going to do is go through a little activity with you. So now that you've managed to open up Microsoft Word with my help, I want to show you how to close Microsoft Word and you're going to open it up again by yourself. Okay? So to close the program, because you haven't done anything, we don't need to worry about saving. I'll show you when we actually start an activity. But what we're going to do is go along to that X that you almost clicked before.
Just click it.
And just click X. Beautiful. So that has closed the program. So now what I want you to do is to open Microsoft Word again.
Okay. So it was this one down here.
Yep. So into the menu.
And then just type.
There we go. Microsoft Word. Okay. So now we've gone into
It's
the.
already good.
So let's go into a blank document. Beautiful, there we go, document. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to look at some basic layout for documents. So just general things for Microsoft Word. So this is a new user guide again, so you'll be able to refer back to this. Okay, so we've got our main objectives of what we were doing. We were able to find Microsoft Word, opening and creating a new document, and now we're going to learn a basic Word document format. So basically this is your user interface, your Word. This is your main menu. This is what all your blank documents will look like when you open. So we've got your title bar, which displays the file name of the document that's being edited. So you've got it up here.
This one?
Yep. And it describes the software which you're using, which is Word. You've got your quick access toolbar, which is commands that are frequently used, which is things like...
Will that always say document 1? Am I going to have to remember that?
No, we'll go into saving, so that's a good question. So what we do is we'll save this document, and you can save it to a file name that you will remember, that you'll know exactly what the document is for. And I'll show you that very shortly. So we'll talk about commands that are frequently used, such as save, undo, and redo, which is just along here. So you've got your save button, your undo and your redo button. And then at the end of your menu bar, you've got your home, insert, design, page, references. Some of these you probably won't use, but they're good to be aware of. So I've added them into your user guide as future reference if you ever need to go across it. So what we're going to do is we're going to click File.
The blue one.
Yep. Okay, so in File, these are your... File is the most common menu button that you'll be clicking on. So this is how you save, just like we were talking about, so it'll change the document name for you. So you just click Save As.
This one?
Yep. Yep, and we just want to go on to... Yep, so your employee's got a personal drive set up, a shared network drive, and that will be where you're saving all of your documents. Just give it a second, we've got to let it load.
Doesn't like it.
So what we want to go is into documents. You want to have one area to save everything in. So let's start a new folder. So in order to start a new folder,
How do I do that?
okay, I'm going to make it very easy for you. And if you turn, see that?
This one?
Yep, would give you more options of viewing all the documents in this folder.
Okay.
So we want to change this one to medium icons. Yep.
Ah, that's easy.
So it lets you see it a little bit better, clearer for you. And if you right click using your secondary key,
This one. It's thinking.
so just give it a second. Sometimes I need a little bit more time.
I'm going to save this one.
So while we're waiting for that to load, a couple of things that I've put in your user guide for you is how you should file your documents. Important techniques on names, so filing names, folders, and in your employee questionnaire, your employer's laid out clearly that you use a shared drive, which means that everybody in the workplace is on the shared drive and all the work is obviously shared, and you can easily access everything on there. So what we're doing is we're saving onto this shared drive, but making you a personal folder. So if you click new, just down there, yep,
Yeah.
slide across to folder, yep, and this has opened a new folder. So we just want to type your name, your first and last name. Yep,
Yep.
Beautiful. And we want, so if you double click on that folder, it will take you inside that folder. Yep.
Okay, yeah.
So right now on this page, we're just inside that folder that you've created. And to save this document, we click File Name. So this is that doc1 that was appearing at the top. Now we're going to change that. And we're going to change this to, where are we going to change that to? Activity 1. Beautiful. And then we just click Save down the bottom. There we go. So it has changed your document. Yep. So now it's saved in that folder under your name as Activity 1. So the first thing I'll show you, well, now that we've got this document, it's saved, you know how to open it, is where to find it.
Okay.
So what we want to do is there's two ways you can generally find a document that you've closed. So what we want to do is saved. Now we want to hit that exit button again so it closes everything. Yep. And the first way to find it is to open up Word again. Yep. Okay. And see here, it's got recent documents. So there's your one right there. So double click.
Just click on that.
And now it's opened up your document. The second way to find the document that you've closed is to go into here. Yeah.
The folder.
Yep, into the folder. Okay. So along here we've got all the other folders, and yours are saved in documents.
Documents.
Yep, and then you see your name, so double click on that, and there's your document. So you'll be able to double click on that and it will open.
Do I need to have Word open?
No,
to
so
open that?
you don't need to have Word open. If you've got Word open and it's open on another document, you can do it this way and open up a different document. That won't affect Word. It won't close what you have got. It won't change anything. So you can exit out of the folder. Beautiful.